Greetings one and all, welcome back to the kitchen here today. So I'm going to be making a nice dish on a recent trip to Bali I had, and it's called Ayam Panggang. So in Indonesian, Ayam means chicken. So not sure, some of you might have seen a dish I've done on this channel called Ayam Talawang, which was a really nice spicy chicken dish, grilled chicken. So this is sort of a grilled chicken dish as well. But first off we're going to be making a paste, and then that paste is going to double as a marinade. So I'll show you the ingredients that are going in that, and I'll have to process them up a bit. So do some chopping, get them in my little processor and blend it up. But I'll show you the ingredients first. So yeah, I've got some kaffir lime leaves. I've got about 5 of those, and I'll just be taking that stalky, veiny bit out of those. I've got a big long stalk of lemongrass, just the white bit. Be chopping that up a bit finer. I've got about 6 dried red chilies. I've got 3 fresh bird's eye red chilies. About a 1/4 cup of sugar. I'll be grating up a big knob of galangal, and that's in a lot of these sort of Indonesian pastes, that earthy, related to ginger but not quite like ginger, sort of a harder, more earthy, yummy taste. I've got a lime there, I'll just be using the juice of a bit of lime. That's about 1/3 of a cup of coconut milk, and later on in the dish I'll be adding a bit more coconut as well, but just in this paste, that's what's going in that. Over here I've got some shallots, which I'll chop up a bit before putting them in the processor. Some black pepper, just a little bit there. A teaspoon of coriander powder. Now that's the belachan, that stinky shrimp paste, salty, that's pretty foul in the form it's in there, but once you add it to the paste and cook it out, it gives it a really nice back note. And also to my paste I'll just be adding a bit of vegetable oil, about a tablespoon of that, and about the same of my sweet soy sauce or ketchup menace. And yeah, that's about all for my paste. So I'll do a little bit of chopping, get it in the processor, and I'll get back to you. Looking forward to this one. Alrighty guys, so yeah, I whizzed all that up. It's turned out really good. I tasted the marinade in its raw form. It's as spicy as anything, but you know, long way to go yet before we're going to cook it out. We're going to do a few more things yet. But first of all, the first thing we're going to do is marinate our chicken just in the raw paste overnight. Now what I've got here is 2 chicken Marylands. So here in Australia we know what Marylands are. In the past I've had some inquiries from, I think, my American friends what a Maryland is. So basically, it's just, and I've got clean hands, don't panic. It's just the part of the chicken that's the thigh, the leg, skin on, like that whole sort of back portion there, like that. So, yeah, that's a marinade. Yeah, so I hope that explains that. So our marinade, which you just saw whizzing up, is going to go over our chicken. And it's going to well and truly cover it and coat it, and I'm just going to lift the chicken up a bit so it gets underneath it, all over it. And like I say, it's going to be a yeah, about a 12-hour marinade. Anyway, at least till tomorrow. It's night time, just about night time here. I'll be cooking this sometime tomorrow. And as with all these sort of marinades that I do overnight, I'll pull it out a couple of times and give it a bit of a stir and make sure all the pieces are coated. Alright guys, that's my Ayam Panggang on its way, and I'll get back to you tomorrow. Alrighty guys, so we're back to the, yeah, it's the next day. So I'm ready to cook my chicken, or nearly ready. So I've just pulled my chicken out of the marinade, and I've scraped off most of that marinade, but I am keeping it. I've put it all into this little pot here. Now this chicken, it's cold at the moment, so we need to wait an hour or so for it to get up to room temperature before we cook it. Now in the meantime, with our marinade here, I'm going to heat that up and like reduce that further and get it to almost like a lot thicker paste. So yeah, that's where I'm up to. Actually I might move that chicken away from the heat, so just let it warm up to room temperature naturally. Now just all I'm going to add to this paste now, just to freshen it up, and I've got here a third of a cup of, I said I'd be adding a bit more coconut, and these are these coconut flakes. So I don't know if you've seen those. They're not quite like desiccated coconut, but it's not fresh coconut either. It's sort of halfway in between. It's still a little bit moist, but it's sort of semi-dried. So I'm going to put that in there, and that'll soak up some of that liquid as well. And just going to add a bit of a squeeze of lime juice. And I'm going to be serving this with lime, fresh lime as well, but I'll get some of that into this mix as well. So yeah, just a couple of cheeks of lime there, squeezed in, and I'll get that stirred up and just reduce, like I say, while my chicken's coming up to room temperature. Alrighty guys, so my chicken there's come up to room temperature now. So basically I'm going to be cooking this in 3 stages, so which sounds complicated but it's not at all. First stage I'm just going to, well the first 2 stages just going to be roasting it in an oven. So for the first half hour I've got it on an oven preheated to a really low heat, about 130 degrees Celsius. So I'll just leave it at that for about half an hour, and obviously that's not cooking it. All we're doing is sort of drying out the outside, the skin. So after that half an hour, I'm going to crank the oven up to about 200, 210, something like that, and then keep cooking these Marylands until they're nearly cooked. Now the final stage we're going to be doing under the grill, but I'll show you that when we get to it. So yeah, stage 1, stage 2, just in the oven. Alrighty, so my chicken Marylands there have been cooking away now for another, probably not quite another half an hour, another 20-25 minutes, and yeah, they're starting to cook. They're getting close to being cooked. The juices are starting to run clear. So, last stage to make our chicken. Now, obviously you could serve this right now and that would be delicious, but I'm making chicken Panggang. So what I've got here now is that paste really reduced down that I was making earlier, or cooking down earlier, and it's full of chili and lemongrass. You saw what went into it, and now it's got some texture from those flakes of coconut and a bit of sourness from a bit more lime juice. So all I'm going to do now is sit this on top and just spread it over my chicken. And it's, yeah, like I have tasted it, it's really spicy, but it's just complex and yummy. And so what I'm going to do with it, probably pretty obvious, is get my griller or broiler onto a fairly hot temperature. Like I say, that chicken's already cooked, just about cooked, and just see that paste off. Alrighty, I'll get under the grill and get back to you. Alrighty guys, so I've just served up one of my chicken Marylands here, just for a taste. So I'm just going to put a bit of fresh lime juice on it. Must say it's smelling and looking good. Yeah, let's just cut a bit of chicken off. So yeah, just got a bit of the drumstick there. Put a bit of my paste on there, which is sort of yeah, as you can see, sort of cooked up, charred up a bit. Let's try it. Yum. Absolutely delicious. So the thing I was most worried about is the chicken staying juicy, which it has. It's beautiful and juicy. It's just yum. But the yeah, with that coating on top, it's just yummy. It's spicy, it's sweet, it's got that bit of sour. It's just so nice. Yeah. It sounds like I'm bullshitting again, but it's really, really nice, guys, I promise you. And well worth cooking it that way. It is quite spicy, I have to say. If you don't like spicy, cut back a little bit on the chilies. But for me, the coconut and the sugar just balances it out beautifully. Alrighty guys, that's enough of that. Thanks for watching as always. You guys, yeah, hope you enjoyed that one. Thanks to those who've subscribed. You guys are awesome. Really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, please just, yeah, do us a favour, hit that subscribe button. Plenty of videos in the back catalogue, plenty more to come. If you hit that little bell notification thing, you'll get notified when the new video gets posted. So all that, blah 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 blah, like it, share it with your friends. Honest to goodness, that is one of the nicest things I've had for a long time. Nicest things I've cooked for a long time. I actually ate that when I was over in Bali not long ago, and I almost have to say my version's even better, but yeah, I don't like to say that, so I won't. Alright guys, see you all next time.